Smith. For Toronto, this is a team they played pretty well against, find a lot of success in the regular season, but they
rely a lot on their perimeter players, and that could be dangerous because they really don't have a defensive stopper, Ernie.
And, we all know they're always going to lose in the first or second round.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan.
Beautiful and vibrant Atlanta, Georgia, the capital of Georgia, and our location tonight. Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Atlanta, Georgia at the Phillips Arena. It's Wednesday Night Basketball live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Taking a look at Toronto. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, the record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
And I think for Toronto, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that pack.
Here are the five for the Raptors. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guard. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Scola, and it's Carroll in at the small forward. Korver, no luck.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. He tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
And here's Atlanta. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Here's Lowry following the bucket by the Hawks. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Misses the three. Toronto on defense. This game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them. They have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
Now, here's Lowry. Jeff Teague able to get his shot to go. A shot by Lowry, no good.
On that possession, they had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here we go. Lowry, nobody back. And he finishes the break with the lay-in.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Here's T. After the made shot from Kyle Lowry. 5 on the clock. Korver gets a wide open look. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Korver's got his first 3 points of the game. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Lowry against T. Lowry drives in, and Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. Lays it up and banks it in. Lowry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Lee. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And stolen by Horford. Fast break, the Hawks. Korver with the ball. Moving it up. Takes it from 10. No good. Excellent D there for Scola. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Dwayne Casey. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
Thanks again, Doris. For Atlanta, they've gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Lee dishes to Millsap. Another three for Atlanta.
Good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Raptors trail by 3. Outside Lowry. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Carroll kicks to DeRozan. There's the dish to Valanciunas. Toronto working the ball around now. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Horford. And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania Club, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with this combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
Valanciunas hits them both.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical, might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy.
Carroll passes to DeRozan. Lets it go from 11. Misses off the left iron.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
On the wing, Korver. Lee outside. To the paint. Here's Millsap. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And for Valanciunas, he's been working on his defensive consistency. Last year, he actually increased his blocks per game while lowering his fouls per game. That's a big step forward in his development.
Stolen. Dishes to Carroll. The feed now to DeRozan. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. A three-pointer is right on target. Lowry's got 7 points. Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Teague with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Outside Teague. Millsap a screen on Lowry. Teague kicks to Millsap. Luis Scola with the rebound.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
DeRozan on the wing. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Right side, Scola. Off the iron that time.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Millsap a screen on Carroll. And Teague, here we go. Horford. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Now that we have a moment, let's see the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA. The Hawks, number 1.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Yambo, he's checked in for the Raptors. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. Toronto trailer.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
Hawks have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And it's Lee, that time on the assist by Teague. Teague's got 5 assists in the game. Raptors trail by 4. DeRozan passes to Kira. He kicks it to Patterson. Patterson, the screen. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Kyle Korver. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Lee. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. And Toronto also making a switch. Corey Joseph's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Carroll dishes to Joseph. Biyombo kicks to DeRozan. To the middle, here's Patterson. Soft touch off the glass. Patterson's got his first points of the night.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's Hardaway. Pass to Millsap, 11 feet away. That one rolling around and rims out. Toronto, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Patterson, the screen, and DeRozan kicks to Joseph. And it's good. Fought through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Mike Scott's checked in for Paul Millsap. And then for Toronto, Johnson comes in for DeMar Carroll. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan.
The Hawks were fantastic last season. After the All-Star break, they did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500.
There's the pick. Schroeder with the ball. Lock at 6. Splitter passes to Hardaway, and he gets it to go. Hardaway has got the game tied up here for the Hawks. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Joseph kicks to Ross. The pass to Joseph. 5 to shoot. A floater. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
And he gets it to go. Hardaway's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Johnson, blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
And here's Schroeder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Splitter. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles. He knows where he's supposed to be. He gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
That free throw, no good.
And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, will bust the gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
And and really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
And Joseph kicks to Ross. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Pass to Schroeder. To the inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Joseph. Ross dishes to Joseph. Patterson a screen on Hardaway. And Joseph kicks to Johnson. Passes it to Patterson. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 12. They get the rebound. Nogueira with the bucket.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Rank in the NBA stats. First in scoring, first in field goal percentage, and they're also #1 in three-point shooting. This is a team that loves to cast up shots from behind the arc.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with.
Right, he's checked in for Patterson. For Coach Budenholzer, Greg, he did spend 19 years with the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clark, he won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
And Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team, and it worked well for the Hawks.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Raptors trail by 4. Now Joseph. Johnson right again. It's Toronto converting. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kicks it to Splitter. Dishes it to Scott. Scott with a screen on right. Hardaway passes to Scott. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's White. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
First trip to the line for him here.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Atlanta making some changes. Muscala comes in for Splitter. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Hardaway. And it's tied up with that one. There's 25 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Works it to Bazemore. Outside, Scott. There's Bazemore. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And that one's good. Schroeder.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Ross. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Hawks on top. They lead by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
Yeah, Velcro valutility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do and be where he's supposed to be and do it when he's supposed to do it.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Atlanta, they've got ABC. Muscala is out there with Horford. Then there's Teague, and it's Korver in at the small forward. Well, the Raptors show they can be a force in offense once again. That was very clearly a strength of the team last year, Greg.
Yeah, Toronto has a lot of guys that can hurt you in a variety of ways. They can score in the half court, but are really explosive enough to get out and run if teams want to push the tempo.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 31-point game against Phoenix. To the middle. Floats one, and Lee with the basket on the assist by Korver. And it's 8 points for ABC. Toronto trailing.
You know, guys, another factor that made the Raptors so good on offense last year was their free throw shooting. I mean, they were second in the league and first in the East as they made over 78% of their foul shots.
So here's Scola looking for his first basket still in this one. Clock at 4. Lowry dishes to Scola. Raptors get it back. A second chance effort. Here's Valanciunas. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Raptors lead by 1.
And there is a measurement in the NBA called true shooting percentage. It takes into account the values of 2s, 3s, and how you get to the line. That free throw percentage of the Raptors had them as the 6th best offense in terms of true shooting last season.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. It's going to be Horford shooting. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. Millsap's checked in for Atlanta. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Now, here's Lowry. He's got 9. DeRozan on the wing. Can't hit, so Atlanta will take it the other way.
Horford was really a cog in all aspects of the Hawks last season. A major call. Just a consistent presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game.
Toronto with the ball after the basket by Atlanta. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. Offensively, he wants them to work the ball around. He stressed the need to find good shots, not quick shots. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Now, here's Valanciunas. 9 points last game out. Scola. They shoot again. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 points. Atlanta's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Lowry against Teague. Picked by Horford. Teague drives in. No good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. Lowry kicks to Carroll. From 11 feet away. Rebound Atlanta. Now here's Teague. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Horford sets a screen for Teague. And against the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Teague's got the lead up to 4 now for Atlanta. The Raptors shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Carroll against Korver. Rejected by Milson.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Korver attacking. The kick out to Teague. Millsap a screen. Inside. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 7th assist here tonight.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Screen by Scola. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. And again, no good by Toronto.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now here's Teague. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. From the line, no good off the front iron. Raptors shooting around 40% from the floor here. Outside Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Lowry against Teague. Outside Lowry. Leans from outside. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Horford dishes to Teague. Horford kicks to Korver. Teague, the pass to Horford. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Shots good by Lee.
The defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Carroll after the basket by Atlanta. Lets it go from 14. Rebound by the Hawks. Lee's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Teague with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Teague kicks to Horford. Shoots off the screen and misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Korver against Carroll. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Lee. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Lowry with the ball. 8 points his last outing. And here's Carroll. Shot clock at 6. And Valanciunas gets to DeRozan. Knocked loose. And here we go. Lee heading to the hoop. There's the basket and making a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Atlanta lead.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks. They continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Checking out some numbers for Al Horford. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging about 18 points per, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Kyle Korver. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Lee. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Atlanta. They're on a 17-6 run. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. You would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
James Johnson's checked in for the Raptors. Atlanta leading by 10.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
Now here's Wright. Feeds it to Ross. Johnson dishes to Ross. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the screen. Wright. That's a two-pointer. And again, Toronto no up.
And, you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their roles superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
Their pass is still at Millsap, and it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
Here's where Toronto sits right now in the league ranking. 6th in second chance points, 9th in three-point field goal percentage. And they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
And looking again at those second chance points, they might not be the best in that area, but it is still, I think, to their advantage in terms of the outcome of some games.
Here's Bazemore. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game, and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Here now a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. Number 1, Paul Millsap.
And maybe most of the time a coach doesn't want to see his center or power forward drifting away from the hoop, but that's not the case with him.
It most certainly is not. I mean, when your three-point shot is that reliable and that lethal, I mean, you have to use it if you've got a guy on your team that can shoot it like that. Maybe they sacrifice some size in the paint when he goes outside, but they're usually 3 points richer because of it.
Works it to Bazemore. Outside Millsap. The Hawks working the ball around. Splitter with a screen on Wright. And that one's good. Schroeder.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Ross. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Cephalosha. That's his first foul.
I I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And the Hawks making a change here. Scott's checked in. Ross dishes to Johnson. And Patterson kicks to right. Shot clock at 5. He feeds it to Johnson. It's good from long range. Johnson's got 7 points in the game. The Hawks leading by 6. Now the dish to Bazemore. Splitter sets a screen. On the wing, Scott. In the corner, Bazemore with it. And there's the feed to Cephalosha. Just 5 on the clock. Scott, it's good from the top of the key. Scott's got his first points of the night. 1:49 left in the first half. Now, right. They set the pick. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Ross. Puts it up from 17. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. And that's now 6 points now for Terrence Ross. And guys, we saw a nice development for James Johnson last year. He was 59% from the floor. Closest he had ever come to that in his 6 years was 46%. What a dramatic mark improvement there.
Yeah, and I think it was all due to shot selection. He dialed back on the number of threes that he was taking the year before. And his percentage went up.
Here's Schroeder. He's got 11. Splitter with a screen on right. Schroeder passes to Splitter. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Patrick Patterson. The Hawks have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Splitter.
Yeah, and Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 33 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
Hardaway's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Raptors also changing it up. Nogueira comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Ross. And Splitter drops them both. And the Raptors did play the other East teams well. Went 500 against the rest of the Eastern Conference playoff teams, too.
And despite that, we know the Raptors had a disappointing playoff run to end the year, but I thought they still showed that they are a power in the East, having another strong season against the conference. You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Joseph. As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
You know, not many saw it coming last season with the Hawks. I mean, they just ran away with the Eastern Conference. It was the first time they took the East since 1994.
Now here's Schroeder, 11 points in the game. Get the floater. Here's Muscala, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
2 shots, gentlemen.
The Hawks have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
And he makes both free throws.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hold it.
And I'm guessing that's exactly what they're probably going to do here.
Joseph dishes to Wright. Here's the screen. Lets it go with the three. No good on that last second attempt there. And so we conclude the first half. Hawks lead by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Coach Casey, obviously you'll be starting the second half with your work cut out for you. What do you need to see change to start climbing back into this game?
Well, the thing about it is we got to have some want-to, some defensive toughness, some grit. We're not playing with that. I saw none of that in our first few minutes of the game. I've got to see some focus and some fire.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They showed their superiority in the second quarter and got well out in front, taking a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Raptors.
Can this team please get fired up on defense? I mean, get angry, get upset. Guys are way too soft and giving up way too many good looks. At some point, you got to draw the line in the sand. Be like, okay, who's crossing this line? If you're coming over here, I'm taking a hard foul, and I'm going to resist you on defense.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at ABC in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Atlanta leading by 9. And on the floor for Durant Casey starting the second half. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jamari Carroll is out there with Stoll. And it's Valanciunas in at the final. And a dunk by Horford.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Lowry against Teague. Lowry drives in. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft beat.
To the inside. And the dunk by Horford.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. And the shot falls short this time. Atlanta's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Outside for Korver. Millsap passes to Korver. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Clock at 6. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by T. And that's now 9 points for Millsap. Raptors trail by 13. Outside Lowry. He kicks to DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. And it's Carroll in the corner. Pass to DeRozan. Just 4 to shoot. That is good. Yes, DeRozan's got 5 now. Atlanta leading by 11. T kicks to Lee. Now the pass to Millsap. Millsap a screen on Carroll. Lee goes in. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Throwing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Gets on Jonas Valanciunas.
And what a tremendous game for Lee. He's got 16 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Lee. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Now here's Carroll. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Lowry drives in. It's stolen by Teague. And now it's Teague running. He can go all the way. And that one's good.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Raptors trail by 15.
Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's where it ended up being.
Let's see how the Toronto Raptors fared in the NBA ranking. 7th in three-point field goal percentage, 7th in second chance points. And they're in the top half of the league distributing the basketball as well. Not too shabby, room for improvement, but acceptable.
And they've also enjoyed a lot of success from beyond the arc. I mean, as you can see by that top 10 ranking and three-point percentage, that's a shot they should continue to feature in their offense.
Now here's Valanciunas. He's got 6. Scola, an easy layup after coming off the pick.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Well, we get a look here now at the small forwards with the fastest hands in the league and generating the most steals per game. One of the league's best third in steals.
I mean, if you're an opposing small forward, this could also be called a list of the league's most annoying players. I mean, they will be in your jersey all night when you're up against them.
Greg, they are an elite group of defenders. I mean, they don't just make it difficult for opposing small forwards. They pester entire teams with their activity, jumping in the passing lanes, being active with their hands and feet. Very impressive defensively.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised his shooting percentage to a career-high 57%, and that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
Here's Lowry, following the basket by Al Horford. No good from Valanciunas.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Lee dishes to T. Inside. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by T. And 11 points for Millsap.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his post game. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense.
Screen by Scola. Here's DeRozan. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Horford in Atlanta again with the bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Carroll following the basket by Al Horford. Fade away. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Hit by Lee. Horford sets a screen for T. Lee passes to Horford. And again, it's Atlanta.
Excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Lowry kicks to Carroll. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Korver. Here's Lee, and he goes in for the dunk.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
So it's Toronto now, following the bucket by the Hawks. Left side, DeRozan. Connects on the 17-footer. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Hawks leading by 21. Screen by Lee. Horford sets a screen for T. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Lowry. Finished off the break. Lowry's got 15 points.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Len has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. T kicks to Lee. Horford with a screen on DeRozan. Lee. Luis Scola with the rebound. Scola's got 6 rebounds in the game. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Lee against Lowry. A good look from DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
T kicks to Millsap. The kick out to T. 6 to shoot. DeRozan brings the double team. Lee goes in. Again, the miss by Lee. Raptors trail by 19. Pass to Carroll. Here's Valanciunas. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMarre Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. But I think he's found a home now.
And the first one drops.
And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball.
And the Hawks making a change here. Muscala's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game.
Now, here's Nogueira, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Nogueira kicks to DeRozan. Hands it from downtown. DeRozan's got 7 points for the quarter.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
They set the pick. Lee outside. To end the drought. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now, here's Lowry. 15 points in the game. Fades and shoots. Another miss by DeRozan.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Here's Korver. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Lowry with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Lowry against Teague. Screened by Valanciunas. And that one hits back iron.
Well, use his body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though.
Teague dishes to Millsap. Teague a screen on Carroll. Millsap sets the pick for Korver. And Teague, here we go. Baseline jumper. Outside for Millsap. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Raptors trail by 18. Passes it to Nogueira. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. Puts up the baby hook, and that one's good. Valanciunas has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Atlanta's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9. Lowry with the ball. He's got 15. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratches. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Lee against Carroll. Takes the 13-footer. No good from Lee. Raptors trail by 18. Valanciunas with a screen on Teague. Lowry kicks to Nogueira. Here's Valanciunas. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He's got 10 rebounds and 4 assists as well. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Millsap. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Kyle Korver. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Lee. And Dennis Schroeder's subbed in for Teague. As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
Here's Joseph, following the 3 by Atlanta. Patterson passes to Johnson. Now, here's Valanciunas, guarded closely. tries it from 9. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 11. Muscala, another 3 for Atlanta.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
And that one's good.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
The Hawks leading by 19 points. Dishes it to Bazemore. There's the screen. There's Schroeder. Off target with his 3. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now here's Joseph, guarded by Hardaway. Joseph dishes to Johnson. Rebound Atlanta. Hardaway for 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Hawks ahead, up 19. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Raptors trail by 19. Teague out there with Kent Bazemore. Then there's Horford. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Scott in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Kicks it to Scola. Right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Sinks the triple. Wright's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Toronto.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass him.
Teague left side. Right side Hardaway. .11 feet away. Shot is no good. And Toronto will come the other way. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. To the right side. And Wright kicks to Scola. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And for Luis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career. Still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for others.
To make a difference.
Yeah, he really does. Value, tremendous value to any team he's on.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Paul Millsap's checked in for Scott. Korver comes in dominant last year and were the first team to clinch their spot in the postseason.
Hawks also would wrap up the top seed in the East and were able to advance against the Nets.
Rebounded by Korver. Korver's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Teague, the pass to Horford. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Millsap down low. Guarded by Scola. Lowry brings the double. Feeds to Korver. Over in the corner. Lee. Shoots. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Lee's got 11 in the second half.
You know, in the second round, the Hawks had a bit of trouble once again with the Wizards. Were able to get by them despite going down 2-1 in that series. Seemed like they were out of gas against the Cavs in the next round.
Now here's Scola. Takes the 13-footer. Good. He hits the jump shot.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
And really, with the Hawks in the postseason, they just ran out of help. I mean, the Korver injury, the Carroll injury were huge against the Cavs. And when you lose that much talent, you can see why they were swept out of that conference finals. Don't forget, they also lost Cephalosha prior to the playoffs. And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Nogueira, he's checked in for Toronto. DeRozan comes in for Terrence Ross. Both free throws good for Millsap. Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, and hit the three. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
Here's T. After the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Outside Teague. To the paint. Nogueira pulls it in. Raptors trail by 17. Lowry with the ball. Now defended by Korver. Carroll with the 3. Kept alive. Here's DeRozan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Looking at the game for DeRozan, he's got 10 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
The thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, freer than his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skill.
And it's Horford again missing. Raptors trail by 15. And here's DeRozan. It's stolen by Korver. Oh, and here we go with Lee. Nobody back. And he gets it to go. Lee's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And he recovers it. Millsap with the steal. Down low. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Lee. Lee's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Now here's Teague following the miss by DeRozan. Shots good by Lee.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Moves forward.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Atlanta leading by 21. Outside T. Picked by Lee. To the wing on the left. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, Al Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys that does it all.
And Horford at 6'10", a natural power forward.
Very well. 18 points and 1 steal as well. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Scola. And that time, also a missed shot.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Clock at 4. There's the bucket. Good. And that's 15 points for Paul Millsap.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent.
Back to Teague. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Teague's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he gets it to go.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And DeRozan kicks to Scola. There's a screen. And Lowry gets double-teamed. Horford sets a screen for T. And stolen by Scola. And here's the fast break. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Scola. 14 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Picked by Lee. Horford sets a screen for T. Horford kicks to Lee. Just 5 to shoot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
And the media deal in place says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676. Almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Splitters checked in for Horford. Mike Muscala comes in for Paul Millsap. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for T.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from
Atlanta again missing. Toronto's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. The feed to DeRozan. And the shot no good, a bit short. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Splitter with a screen on DeRozan. Pass to Muscala. And he makes good on the layup. Muscala's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Here's DeRozan. Screen by Scola. It's DeRozan with the drive. Fires the 3. Another miss by DeRozan. Hawks shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Splitter with a screen on Lowry. And here's the break. Out to the right wing. Lee with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Muscala, the pass to Cephalosha. And there's the 3-second violation. Hardaway's checked in for the Hawks. Ken Bazemore comes in for Lee. .136 left in the fourth quarter. And Joseph kicks to Patterson.
Well, you know, we're far enough away from the 2013 draft where we can start to get a feel for just how strong it was. I mean, the initial feeling was it was a weak draft, but there have been some gems coming out of it of late.
Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hawks.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th.
When you're going to be seeing them that often.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Lee. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Patrick Patterson taking 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Patterson. Left to play in the final quarter. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
The pass to Hardaway. They set the pick. 4 on the clock. Lets it go. Atlanta again missing. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win.